Hello Bobby Bros, this is TF43 here and welcome to a Top 10 TF2 video, my first Top 10 TF2 video to be exact. Now as all you players know, this game is filled with nothing but weapons, hats, unusual, stranges, etc. And those weapons, they can be useful, they can be silly, they can be stupid, they can be useless, but sometimes they can be overpowered. Or, as I call overpowered weapons, hell. Or good. I'd say overpowered weapons, some of them are good. But this is my top 10 favorite Team Fortress 2 weapons. Now I only have two major rules in this. No stock weapons and one weapon for class. So technically it's a top 9, but I'll have one weapon on here for all classes. So please enjoy the show. I just want to say, I do not play Pyro a lot, but when I do, I always go to one weapon in particular. And that weapon is the Backburner. The Backburner is a weapon that crits burning players from behind. I mean, not crits burning players, but if you come up to them behind with the flamethrower and you hit them, it will give a crit. But at the cost of 50 ammo to air blast instead of 20, was it? I don't know. That is exactly why, because I do not use any other weapon except for the Backburner. Pair this thing with the flare gun, as you can hit them with the Backburner and run quickly. You could do some crit damage and extreme damage, and it kills like crazy. I know a lot of players that always prefer the Phlogistinator over this weapon, but to be honest, I never really liked the Phlogistinator, and that's why the Backburner is on this list. Oh my god, there is only one weapon for Sniper that is even good for this. And that weapon is the Jarate. I just have to say one word. Mini crits. That's all I have to say. Yep, number over. Jarate, number 9, mini crits, spy checking, extinguishing yourself, goodbye. Jarate, use it, now. Spot, Blizz, number 9. Medic for me is one of those classes that I only play if it's necessary. And when I do play, I like healing myself, because I like weapons that heal you. And that one weapon that I'm talking about is the Blutsar. I don't know how you pronounce the dang thing, and I actually had to look how to spell it. Now the Ubersol, when you hit somebody, you get 3 health back, which is pretty awesome since it's a freaking syringe gun that acts like a machine gun constantly shooting, so you'd be getting constantly healed. What I do is I just go up to somebody at low health and shoot them with this thing and boom, I'm at full health. Because the syringe gun is just boring, the overdose just sucks, and the Crusader's crossbow, I can't aim for crap. So, Blutsauter, you deserve a spot on this list. For me, I would say the Heavy is my least favorite class in the game. It's just so boring to just walk at people with a minigun, just shooting them. And if you don't have a medic just following you around with that medigun, you have the Sandwich. This weapon is amazing. You're carrying around a health pack. More like a giant health pack that insta-heals you in an instant. Which, it does take a little long, but compared to the Dalekspar, this thing is god. And also, if somebody else you on your team needs something, you can throw it at them. No violence, just sandwich wars. That simple. I would say that the Soldier is one of my favorite classes in the game. He's a beefy class with a good amount of health and can do some serious damage if he needs to. But I'm also a rocket jumper, and if you don't know what that means, it's shooting a rocket at the ground and going whee all across the screen. But the thing is, I'm not good at rocket jumping. What's the solution? Practice. What do you do to practice? Go on an empty server, which I don't do. What do you do when you go on an empty server? You don't take damage. And how do you not take damage? With the gunboats. The gunboats are just simple. You rocket jump, and you take less than half the damage. It's that simple. So, good job, gunboats. You're popular on my list. The sticky jumper. I don't have to explain it. Just watch this amazing clip.
We have secured the control point. Alert. The control point is being contested.
I used to die quite often as Spy, but that's until one really good weapon came along, the Dead Ringer. What's cool about this weapon is that if you're taking damage and you pull out this thing, next time you get hit, you go invisible and a fake dead body drops. As you can see here, when this engineer tries to shoot me with a pistol and I quickly get away. So, Dead Ringer, you deserve this spot because you are just a sneaky little weapon. I would say the Engineer is my favorite class in the entire game. He's one of the first classes I ever started doing good on, and he's home to one of the most overpowered weapons in the game, the Gunslinger. But this list will not include the Gunslinger. This list is going to include the Widowmaker. This weapon does not believe in reloading. The amount of damage you do with this weapon is returned as metal. So you can just keep shooting and keep shooting as long as you keep getting enough metal back. And it's 30 metal per shot. So I think you're good. And paired up with the Gunslinger, this weapon will have the enemy team on its knees. So good job, Gunslinger. You deserve a spot on this list. Duh! What other weapon would take the semi-top spot? This is my favorite weapon in the game. But it's not number one for a reason, and you'll see that. But this weapon, you start out running extremely slow. But once you do 99 damage points, I think it's 90 or 99. I'm pretty sure it's 90. You build a crap ton of boost, and you run twice the scout's regular speed. So, good job, Babyface's Blaster. You are my favorite weapon of all time. But one thing towers over you. The freaking frying pan. No explanation needed. Just watch this amazing montage.